Hey, I'm just about to head into my Childline shift as part of my Childhood Day challenge. I'll be doing a shift and I'll be walking home from here and leading the team into Childhood Day tomorrow. And throughout the night I'm just going to be posting a few interesting facts about Childline and my experience as a volunteer, and also just to let you know where the money's going for the Liam charity. So keep posted, and I'll catch you a bit later. So before every shift we get briefed, basically anything in the news or any upcoming things that might impact children and they might want to talk about, and just a general check-in. So this is the briefing room, and also this is Buddy, the Childline mascot they use in the Childline school service. First thing to do is pick up the headset. You can see they're named, and you see mine is 14 for Liam. Don't forget to kiss the badge before the shift. Find a seat, log in, and we're ready to go. See you in a few hours. And that's the end of the shift, about 4 hours. Just need to head downstairs again just to do the debrief, and essentially this is for the supervisors to sort of help us out if we need to talk about anything, had any difficult conversations, just to make sure that we don't leave anything behind, and make sure that we can go home and know that we've made a difference, but also to share any positive interactions, because they do come. And yeah, so let's go and debrief. And that is an NSPCC Childline volunteer shift for you. And as you know, Team TLC are walking, running and moving 453 miles tomorrow on Childhood Day, representing 1 mile for every day that Childline's been open in this pandemic, where they've seen a 16% rise in calls with young people needing their support. That's about 7,000 children a month. So if you can, sponsor the team and keep posted as I will start my challenge, because next time you see me, I'll be in my NSPCC get-up. All kitted up and ready to go. An interesting fact for you, Childline used to be independent from the NSPCC, but when they couldn't fund their helpline anymore, the NSPCC stepped in because it was such a vital service to young people. They would have had to just create their own one. And ever since then, they've come and been an amazing dual partnership and saved a lot of young people's lives. So nearly 2 miles into the walk, got a pretty decent bit of scenery. Thought I'd do another video. Just to really talk a little bit more about Childline, really. So Childline's a listening service. Some people always judge, knowing that we can hear stuff like a young person's being abused, or there's certain things going on in their family, and not act straight away. I think the theory behind that is to empower a young person, because sometimes it's the first time they've been speaking about this sort of stuff, and if you throw them in front of a judge, they're just going to fall apart because the abusers have control. There are certain circumstances where we break confidentiality, but if they're in immediate danger, or someone is in power, like a doctor, a teacher, is the abuser. So we do protect the wider sort of children and young people, but essentially it's a listening service where they can just speak their minds and not be judged, which is a rare thing in today's society. So I'll drop a few more videos on my route, but there's another little bit of interesting fact about Childline and why it's such an amazing service. So just hitting up mile 3, and I've realised that this profile is a lot better than that one. But just to carry on with the theme, I've only been doing the Childline counselling for a couple of months, but one of my first call in one of my mentor shifts was a suicidal young girl, and you could hear in her voice, when we got to the point of why she was feeling how she was feeling, you could feel through the phone that tension, that relief of actually being able to say it, which is a huge step for a lot of people, because bottling things up so much, that's when it becomes overwhelming, and that's when we make decisions that are irreversible. I'm not saying that young girl's life was perfect from speaking to me, but in that moment in time, that pressure cooker that of I can't do this anymore was opened, and we ended the call and she was feeling okay. She said, I'm feeling a lot better, and she now knows that she can come back and talk at any time she needs. And for her, it was easier to speak to someone that she'd never met before than speaking to someone quite close. And I think, you know, that's also one of the most amazing things about Childline, and especially considering the experience that why I'm doing what I'm doing. It was an important moment for me on my NSPCC journey, and you know, I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. Happy Childhood Day. The hair's doing its own little thing, and I just noticed when I walk, my big old head does some little weird disco things, so sorry about that. But I just thought I'd give a quick shout out to Team TLC, and you know, not just for this sort of event, but all the events. I mean, when NSPC dropped me a line and said, do you want to, you know, take part in Childhood Day, it just took one message and bang, 40 people. Yeah, I'll do it for the charity, I'll do it for Liam. And you know, I know it sounds cheesy and I always go on about it and all that sort of stuff, but you know, I can't explain how much that means to me, and how great the people around me are. You know, after nearly 10 years, like, they're still willing to get involved, not ask questions. They're like, you know, yeah. And you know, just a little bit of cheese and shout out to them. But you know, this is more about sort of what they do than what I do. You know, they don't get enough credit for the massive achievements in Liam's memory, and they should, because the people that support and get involved, they mean everything. And you know, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this without them. So big shout out to Team TLC, and if you see everyone tomorrow, or you see them on their pages, do give them a sponsor, because yeah, because every child is worth fighting for, right? Not gonna lie, just ate a Morley's and I'm feeling rather sluggish, but it was pretty good. Not that I'm being paid for endorsements, but anyways, back to Childline. For anyone who's maybe tinkering with the idea of becoming a Childline counsellor, just to let you know, yes, there are challenging conversations that you have to have with young people. Sometimes these are really difficult to listen to, but it's important to know that we are there to listen. But equally, you know, you also get a variety of calls. Like, for instance, today I had a young lad call me asking, you know, are you through to Childline? How are you feeling today? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. Just wanted to chat. I was like, okay, cool. And we had a little chat about football. He told me he was a Chelsea fan, so obviously I didn't tell him I was a Tottenham fan, because it's about him anyway, and wouldn't want to ruin the rapport we were building. He won 5-1 at school at football. We had a really good day at school as well. You know, told me a bit about sort of home life was great. He was really happy, and then he started playing Fortnite, and then sort of I said, everything okay now? You okay if we go? He was like, yeah, and said thanks for the call, and said that Childline was awesome. So, you know, it's also there for young people if they just want someone to chat to. You know, maybe they might not realise it, they're feeling a bit lonely, and to be able to pick up the phone and know that you're going to be greeted with someone that's really receptive, you know, must be good. You know, it makes a difference. And you know, so Childline's here for them crisis moments, but also just to have a little chat as well. Just gone past the 10-mile mark, and I am in SW19. I should have been there by now, but someone decided to not look at his map and walk in the wrong direction for a little bit, which is great. More miles for the team. I guess this is a good opportunity to shout out the donation page. We've got a group one for most people, which is just giving / every childhood. And also shout out to my nephew Elijah, who will be doing his first Liam charity challenge. I'm really excited for him. He'll be doing it with his dad, and it's his first real sort of taste or feel of Uncle Liam in his you know, because he never got an opportunity to meet him. But so, you know, jump on the page. You can also find all the other guys who's already loaded up pages, some really great amounts in there, just by looking, searching for teams and Team the Liam charity. So whatever takes your pick, it all goes to the great cause. It all goes to the same place. So if you can spare some donations, spare some money, please do. Just got to Morden Station, which is normally where I'd come off. So I've walk the whole distance of the Northern Line that I would normally take. And I guess a useful thing to share again, sort of, you know, on the theme of Childline, is that it's not just a call service. You can have a one-to-one chat with a counsellor. There's special places on the website where you can have thought bubbles. Young people can post questions which are monitored, but then their peers can answer them. And the most important thing is it's all confidential. They can create their own personas, their own identity, so therefore they can ironically be themselves. And he said, as I mentioned, I think about 3 hours ago, that it's all full confidential. No one will know about the discussions. I said the only time that we breach is if you know, a young person's in immediate danger, or I said there's a adult which is in a position of power, which has access to other children, who, depending on the sort of circumstances. But yeah, I said I'm gonna head back to my car now, and that would be essentially my childhood day walk. I was gonna say run then, walk done. I'll do one final post when I get to my car, but yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for tuning in, and I hope that some of the insights I've shared and things that have really inspired you to sort of, you know, maybe do your own charity event for a cause close to your heart, or again, sponsor, donate to the NSPCC. Just back at the car, and I've done 11.3 miles in just 4.5 hours. A little bit tired, but just want to take this opportunity to wish the rest of the team the best of luck today, and thank them so much for taking part. There's so many of them to shout out, but there are a few of them, you know, the Bennetts, especially Emily, who are doing a real sentimental walk with memories of the Liam charity ending at Liam's resting place. You've got Rob, aka Dog, running his first ever marathon. You got Stephen Waller, who's been fantastic on the fundraising front, nearly hitting £1,000, and also you got Baby Orla, my NSPCC contact's daughter, taking on well, with 11 other people potentially going for 55 miles in total. And of course, a shout out to Elijah again, my nephew, who's doing his first ever Liam charity challenge. So thanks for tuning in, and again, best of luck for the team. And yeah, I'm tired, but thank you.